Welcome to Online WHS tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to set email alerts. The alert section can be found in Site Safety. Basically, every single register inside the system has an alert feature, depending on what register it is, depending on what the alert will do. Most of the alerts are set around a review date for continual improvement. But some alerts, for an example, the incident and hazard alerts, are set around when an incident or hazard is logged. These two alerts are unique because you can actually set the time frame as 0. That means the person will receive an email alert immediately an incident or hazard has been logged. All the other registers you would set at 1, but we'll go through it in more detail. You've got these little help guides here as well to actually show you exactly what needs to be done as well. But you would set up an email alert for every single site that you have in your system. Let's add a new alert. You can select the type of alert. Let's just say, for an example, select accidents and incidents. You'll see it'll bring up a time frame over in the right hand corner. It'll only do this for incidents and hazards. Let's relate it to a site. Then you would actually select the employees. You'll see that there's employees under management. They're people with a global admin permission level or a management permission level. The staff of the employees would be into this site here. So if I change this site, you'll see that that employee is related to the site of Castle Hill, and then you've got, say for example, management and global admin users. So this section actually filters depending on what you've actually selected in the site and who's actually related to that site. So you can select people for an alert. If you want to actually select more than one person, just make sure you hold down the control button, and then both of these people will receive an alert immediately because the time frame is 0. I can escalate this alert if I wanted to. So it's a good idea that this would actually go to the manager of that site and maybe the WHS or HR officer at the head office, set at 0. And then this one here, you would actually set it for the WHS or HR officer to receive an email alert after 2 days. That's if the incident has not been investigated in this previous step, after these people receive that email alert. You can escalate as many times as you want and just select submit. The alert will now be seen in the alert register. You can, say for an example, select on that alert if you wanted to edit that alert. But you would need to build an alert for every single site that you have in your system, as mentioned before. So the accidents and incidents picks up the QR code as well as anyone that's logged an incident inside the system. In regards to the action register, that's actually picking up people who have not completed an action in a given time frame. So, for an example, when you log a hazard and then you assess it and you develop a control measure, at the bottom of that page there's actions for people to implement. If this person has not implemented the action that you've developed by the due date given, you can set up an email alert in this section to alert whoever it may be that that action has not been completed. Again, it's for every individual site. So not only is it related to the hazard register, but you've got incident process when you're actually developing the corrective measures, you've got actions. When it's a checklist, and you'll see that there's actions set if someone selects no. In the meeting builder, you can set actions, and you can actually set actions as well just in the action register. When an action is done, it'll go red inside the system. And if it's overdue, it'll email alert if you've actually set up that alert. Let's go back to the alert register. Many of these are just review dates, just like the activity safe work method register. That's just picking up the review date of that item to review for continual improvement. And the same thing is for checklist. That's really just picking up the review date. You can set up other alerts when building and creating the checklist, but it has nothing to do with the alert register. The chemical is picking up the safety data sheets review date. Contractors' insurances, yes, you can set an email alert to alert the contractor, but this one is to alert you that they're either expiring or expired, and the same for their qualifications. So that's picking up the contractor register. Emergency procedures is for the review date and also the evacuation drill date that you set when you developed emergency procedures. Environment is coming, but that is the review date. The equipment's picking up your emergency equipment, maintenance dates. Form is actually picking up just your review date. Hazard, exactly the same as incidents. You would set this as 0, and you would also escalate it if the person hasn't done the assessment. Plant item is picking up multiple. It's not only just picking up the review date, it's picking up the maintenance date. If you've actually set, for an example, scheduled maintenance, it'll pick that up. It'll also pick up your registration and also pick up the insurances. So this alert does multiple things. Policy is just picking up the review date and the same for position. The qualification is actually picking up the alert date and the expiry date of employees related to whatever site it is that you set the alert for. And responsibilities is literally just picking up the review date, so you can actually review responsibilities such as first aid officers, fire wardens, etc. Well, I hope that helps you actually learn a little bit more about the alerts, but please note, an alert is useless if you've received the alert and you mark it as spam. So make sure that none of your employees mark their emails as spam. If the system does email alert you, it's alerting you for a reason, that something needs attention. Well, I hope that helps you understand how to use the alert section.